Billionaire, titan of industry, political mega-donor, Elon Musk has plenty of titles, but critics say he's earning a new one, broligarch.
Broligarchy is ruled by these unelected male billionaires, mostly from the high-tech and financial services sector. The Trump administration has been bringing them in en masse to do all kinds of important things like restructure the federal government.
The so-called broligarchy, a reference to Russia and the oligarchs there who rose to power after the fall of the Soviet Union. Rich men who used their cozy relationship with the state to try to control major industries, energy, the media, the banks. Now, some experts fear a new Americanized version, not just to lobby on policy, but to directly influence it.
We're headed on a slippery slope to a Russia-like situation.
During the Biden administration, the White House made moves like stepping up antitrust enforcement, cracking down on crypto, and empowering the IRS to make sure the wealthy pay what they owe.
Make all the money you want. Just begin to pay your fair share.
But moves like those, one reason why some one-percenters say they soured on the Biden administration.
The Biden administration just flat out tried to kill us. So they came straight at our founders. And they tried to kill crypto, and they were on their way to trying to kill AI.
Now, President-elect Trump pledging a 180.
The largest regulatory reduction in the history of our country.
And the tip of the spear for that may be Elon Musk.
The future is going to be amazing.
A man who has plenty of his own interests at stake. He spent more than $100 million to back Mr. Trump during the campaign, an investment appearing to pay off as Musk's net worth has surged since Election Day. He's now set to create and lead that Department of Government Efficiency, an advisory role, no Senate confirmation needed, with perhaps unprecedented proximity to the president. Musk expected to promote policies that could help him and other super high earners, like fewer restrictions on AI and the crypto industry, a less aggressive approach to potential monopolies, and most importantly, some experts say, massive tax breaks. Musk is not alone, joined by the likes of Vivek Ramaswamy, PayPal's Peter Thiel, and venture capitalists like David Sachs, all throwing their support behind Mr. Trump. Even some billionaires who shied away from full-throated endorsements during the campaign may be starting to come around, like Meta's Mark Zuckerberg, once threatened with life in prison by Mr. Trump, now dining with him at Mar-a-Lago as he reportedly seeks a so-called active role in the incoming administration's tech policies. Jeff Bezos has been more explicit about what his own role could look like.
He seems to have a lot of energy around reducing regulation. And my point of view, if I can help him do that, I'm going to help him.
Still, for some who study the broligarchy, the sirens sounding about what a Musk-led tech titan takeover could mean for everybody else.
The broligarchs, in many cases, have been very clear and public about their belief that they see themselves as the only people who are fit to rule us, and that they don't think democracy has a future.
We will see what that looks like after January 20th.
Thanks for watching. Stay updated about breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or follow us on social media.